I welcome you all to this course, Eternal Existence Become Infinity Soul. Today is 8th session of this course, The Act of Forgiveness. The act of forgiveness is letting it go from our memories, from our heart, from our mind. It's easy to say, but it's not easy to act upon. This is not possible for all our memories. There are some memories, those have deep impact on us, and our mind will choose to hold on and carry further, not ready to let them go. We must understand this and we must allow our mind that feeling like this is also okay. As the wounds are deep, it is going to take some time. With this note, permitting our mind to be with it and also one step towards the act of forgiveness. In the past, we have done something wrong to ourselves or to others, and the pain we are still carrying within us. And by holding that pain and holding the grudge, we are making our life miserable. We are feeling worse, and that is not just emotionally. That is making our life less worthy, and we are feeling frustrated. We are unable to focus on our work and on our creativity. Holding that pain is making us unhappy, snatching our joy from all areas of our life. Isn't it like punishing ourselves and expecting another person will suffer? Forgiving others and ourselves is the only way to release the heavy burdens of resentment. This sounds a bitter pill to swallow, but this is the fact. A king on his hunting mission went deep into the forest chasing a deer. His arrows mistakenly killed a sage's wife. When king went near, he understood the blunder he made. He ran back to his palace, fearing that sage would curse him. A few days later, he overcame his fear and decided to face the consequences. Hence, he went to the sage's ashram. He noticed that all the trees and plants in the holy place were burned. Soon, he met the sage and fell on his feet. The king then told him how he had mistakenly killed his wife. He told him that he was guilty and ready to accept whatever punishment he would order. Sage then told to the king that when he saw his dead wife with a royal arrow in her body, he became red due to anger. He cursed not only the king but also the whole kingdom built by the king. Sage found next day that trees and plants of the ashram, which was also built by the king, were burned due to the power of his anger and curse. And he realized that his curse for the king would also bring bad to him. His curse of destroying king would also destroy his holy goals. Therefore, Sage then and there chose to forgive the king for whatever has happened. So, king and sage, taking their hands together, prayed that their intentions and deeds would be focused on the goodness and well-being of all. The king returned with a lot of inspiration of doing good. Soon, the trees and plants of ashram also became green as the curse was withdrawn. We can prepare ourselves for the act of forgiveness by following these few steps. And the first step is understanding thoroughly what forgiveness is. With a better understanding of ourselves, willingly and consciously, we are choosing to make ourselves free, to release ourselves from the burden, the pain, and the stress of the barriers we have created and the resentments and the grudges we are holding. That means clearly understanding that forgiving does not mean that we condone what has happened or the doer is blameless. Okay? Second thing is feel the pain within us. Be honest and try to understand that whether we have hurt ourselves or we have been hurt by another person. Title the name of the feeling which is associated with this pain and this feeling which is persistent within us. What we are feeling exactly, it's grief or it's shame or sorrow or confusion or guilt or anger. Second step is to title this feeling. Let's see ourselves and try to feel the pain which exists within us. Try to locate where exactly that pain is. Try to understand what we need now. See the space of that pain and try to analyze whether we are ready to release that pain or our mind still wants to carry that pain. Try to figure out if something good, auspicious can let go of this pain or release this pain. Try to understand by being kind with ourselves if there is any other solution of removing this pain. Next step is share the feelings. We can share our feeling with someone, close relative, friend or professional counselor. By this way, we can see through the different lenses and expand our perspective. Just by sharing it with others, we are making a way to let it out. Even if it is a deep wound and our mind wants to carry with us, just by sharing it with others will definitely give us some relief. The pain will not go forever, but sharing will make it light. Next step is try to think differently. It's really difficult, but still see if we can think the whole episode in a different way. If we can organize or put that event in a different way in our mind. One way of doing this is to think that whatever has happened is for our own good and try to see the event with a different perspective and find out how it has happened for our own good and for our own betterment and for bringing the best out of us. If we can change this mindset, the story which is running in our mind in different way, it will not only inspire us, but it will give the new meaning to our life and may give new purpose to our life. The other way of doing is a little difficult, but what if we give it a try? And that is looking at ourselves or the doer who has caused the pain empathetically, justifying our act or that person's action by considering that whatever has been done is due to past conditioning and due to circumstances and situations. Remember, this is not condoning the action or making the doer blame free, but this is understanding that we or doer is human being, and human beings do wrong things and make mistakes. Next step is it's time to take action. Now it's time to move forward. Now it's time to move on and take a very small step. Take a very small action, but try to move ahead from this mindset. Whether we are ready to forgive ourselves or others, the right time is never going to come unless and until we ourselves move forward. Normally, mind thinks big actions and body cannot take the action, and that is how we are stuck in the same situation. Writing a letter, giving a confession, or initiating uncomfortable conversations is a big step. It is difficult and maybe harmful also. It's better to start small. Empowerment emerges from the self-compassionate action of listening to ourselves and doing something that supports. So let's not wait, let's take a small step. Okay? We are not the only one and we are not the first. When we are wrong, we feel why me? Or when we ourselves commit blunder, we feel there is no way of getting out of it. Remember one thing, so many people have undergone through this or similar situations and they have overcome and moved on, started afresh and came out. Making mistake is a part of human life, and you are not alone experiencing this kind of pain or resentment. Okay, please understand this from the bottom of your heart. That will give us inspiration to move on. Get out of blame game. You may momentarily feel little relieved out of pain or stress, but this is not true, because blame game makes us momentarily free, little relieved out of pain or stress, but this is not true, because blaming keeps negatively kicking around and gives us false sense of power. We must be very careful about why we are sharing and with whom we are sharing. Are we trapped in the act of blaming others for our mistakes, or are we trying to create sympathy by over exaggerating emotions? This will keep the main subject aside and will drive our mind of wrong habits, and eventually we will be at loss. Lastly, understand that it needs practice and patience in engaging our mind in positive way. There are some pains which our mind will give up quickly and heal fast. However, there are some pains, those are deep rooted and mind will take a long time to get healed and cured. Will not accept to give up those pains. Instead, we'd like to carry. So, we should have patience and we should allow our mind to carry them, and we should understand that this is also a phase which will soon go and time is the only solution. The act of forgiveness is a process and not a quick fix solution. It takes time and we must deal with it with patience. Practicing mindfulness and meditating is the best way towards forgiveness, as these techniques strengthen our capacity to let go, to forget, to forgive. Parallelly, we must try to give ourselves mind-shifting jerk of what positive, what inspiring we can do with ourselves and our life. Think of something different, something big, goal or achievement which is in alignment with our passion, with our likings. For example, We are maybe a businessman and our mind signals us to start running or some sports or maybe catch up with learning music with some definite short term or long term goals, something totally different. So these signals are absolutely okay. Let's not ignore it like an incoming bell from unknown number. These are signals. Our mind is giving these signals to us, and that is going to give us relief, pleasure, isn't it? Maybe the signal of these new things will fill up the vacuum within us in the most positive way. Surely it will add a new dimension to our personality, and we will identify ourselves as an altogether different person by pursuing our hobbies, by pursuing what our mind is signaling us to do something new, something out of the box. Okay, just check out what your mind is signaling. Now we will begin practicing a guided forgiveness meditation. Remember, it's a practice. It's best not to force yourself to forgive that which you do not feel ready or safe to forgive at this time. Simply acknowledge whatever comes up for you with a non-judgmental attitude as much as you can. Let whatever emotions arise come and go. You can always come back to the breath or the feel of the body sitting at an anchor. Go at your own pace. Begin setting into a comfortable seated posture on a chair or a cushion. Becoming aware of the fact that you are breathing. Becoming aware of the movement of the breath as it comes into your body and as it leaves your body. No manipulating the breath or controlling it, but simply being aware of how it feels. Now, when you are ready, expanding your awareness beyond the breath to include the entire body. Simply noticing sensation in the body, internally or externally. Bringing your attention now to the thoughts as they come and go, seeing each thought as it comes up in the mind as a thought. And when you are ready, bringing the awareness to emotions that arise in the body and mind. Perhaps frustration, restlessness, peacefulness, sadness, joy, or fear. Simply noticing how the body, mind, and heart are feeling right now. returning to the body breathing, noticing where you feel the breath moving in and out of the body, letting the awareness ride the waves of the breath. Now, beginning to take a gentle journey of awareness through the body, inviting the possibility of letting off and relaxing the body, allowing a kind attention to sweep through the body, letting go, letting be, allowing whatever is present to be just as it is. Now bringing to mind someone whom you have harmed either intentionally or unintentionally. Bringing to mind someone where it feels unresolved or burdensome for you. Seeing who comes to mind, taking a few moments to visualize or imagine this person. Noticing the details of their appearance, and when you are ready, gently say this person's name to yourself and ask forgiveness for how you have harmed this person, intentionally or unintentionally. Saying this person's name and then saying, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me for any actions I did, whether intentionally or unintentionally, that caused you harm. Continue with or without the name, as if speaking to the person directly. Trusting yourself to ask for forgiveness in a way that feels right for you, without getting lost in the content of the story of whatever may have happened. Take your time. Repeat a few times at your own pace. May I be forgiven. May I be forgiven. May I be forgiven. What's most important are not the words, but the felt sense. As much as you can, letting it come from your heart with the intention for healing, asking for and opening to receiving forgiveness. Taking a few moments to transition, to let go of the images or thoughts, noticing how you are feeling now. Bring the awareness to the body, the breath, taking a few easy, deep breaths. Now, bringing to mind someone who has caused you harm intentionally or unintentionally. noticing the details of the person's appearance, noticing what feelings arise for you as you bring the person to mind. When you are ready, begin to offer that person forgiveness, saying to the person in your own mind, using that person's name, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. For the ways you have harmed me, intentionally or unintentionally. I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. Repeat at your own pace with a few more times as before, trusting yourself to forgive in a way that feels right for you without getting lost in the content of the story for whatever may have happened. Now, letting go of the images or thoughts, noticing how you are feeling, bringing the awareness back to the breath, the body, taking a few easy deep breaths. Now imagining or visualizing yourself, noticing the details, your appearance, bringing to mind anyone or any situation for which you wish to forgive yourself for the ways you have harmed yourself. When you are ready, using your own name, say, I forgive you, I forgive you. May I forgive myself. Again, trusting yourself to forgive in a way that feels right for you. When you are ready, letting go of the images or thoughts, noticing how you are feeling, bringing your awareness back to the body, to the breath, taking a few easy, deep breaths. Okay? Now, taking a few more moments to offer gratitude to yourself for taking this time for yourself, for taking care of your own heart, for lightening the burdens, the hurts you have accumulated in your life. Remembering that this is a practice of letting go and moving in the direction of more peace, happiness, and freedom. Breathing in stillness for as long as you wish, And when you are ready, gently open your eyes and slowly returning to the present, to this moment, this place, to resume your day. You are feeling fresh and energetic, and now you are in a conscious state. Thank you. Have a good day.